A Reborn doll content creator just went viral on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, every social media platform you can think of. People are calling her all kinds of names, from stupid to mentally ill to crazy to psychotic. Honestly, the list never ends. But the question really is, who's actually acting stupid? Let's talk about it.
Hi everyone, I'm Tori. I'm an adult doll collector and I create videos for other doll collectors and doll enthusiasts to enjoy. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back.
The Reborn doll content creator we're going to be talking about today is Gina from The Dolls Aren't Real over here on YouTube, and she is also The Dolls Aren't Real on TikTok. Gina's content is mostly made up of Reborn doll roleplay videos. Reborn roleplay videos are basically pretending that the doll is real, giving them a personality, giving them a life, bringing these pieces of artwork to life in a fun and creative way through video. Gina's content is very clearly geared more towards children, and her audience reflects that as well. Most of her audience are children, but there are some Reborn doll collectors that are adults that also do like to watch her channel. It's just a very, very tiny sliver. Now, let's go ahead and watch some of these stitches. People on TikTok saw her content, and they've been taking it, making stitches of what they think. Mostly their first impressions, as people who have never seen Reborn dolls before, but also stumbling upon what looks like a grown woman who thinks her dolls are real and treats them as such.
Oh, you being a good girl down there.
Why is this happening? Why are women replacing children with dolls?
Why is this happening? Why are women freaking out over things that aren't happening? Come on, please tell me this woman is not silly enough to not realize that this is content made for children?
Good morning.
Genuine question. Do you hear a response?
You going to help me pick out an outfit for your big sister?
You know, for somebody else who thinks someone else is crazy, you're sure the one with the crazy eyes here.
She literally has an entire nursery, a wardrobe, playroom, food.
Yes, it's called a filming studio.
There you go, sweetie. Mwah, you look beautiful.
I know a lot of people are telling me that this is just role playing, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think people are actually doing this. I think people are replacing children with dolls. I don't know if they're lonely. I don't know if they've just resigned themselves to being single forever. I don't know if they just think that living in a fantasy world is easier than living in the real world.
Do you know what's so funny about that one and so many others that I've seen? People are saying that she is single and she'll never get a boyfriend and she'll never have children. She'll never find a husband either. Gina is a mom of 5 and she has a husband who actually helps her with her doll videos sometimes. Because again, as I stated, these videos are clearly made for children.
Can somebody explain this to me? What's going on here? Why is this going viral? Why? This is the kind of behavior that belongs in an insane asylum. I'm not being hyperbolic. And I can't believe we've arrived to the point where we're just watching this online like it's okay. What's going on?
Okay, you wanted me to explain it, so I'm gonna explain it. Reborn dolls are pieces of artwork. People collect them for lots of different kinds of reasons. Sometimes therapeutic, sometimes just because they like them, because they're pieces of artwork, etc. Most Reborn doll collectors do not roleplay with their dolls, and especially not to the degree that Gina does. But again, Gina is making content for children to watch. So that's why she has this whole setup and all these props and all these dolls to keep it interesting for the kids. Now, if you're implying that children's content creators should be in insane asylums, someone better tell Miss Rachel to watch out, or Blippi, because they gotta go next.
Of doll moms. They're called doll moms on social media, and these are women who don't have kids of their own yet or don't plan to have kids of their own, and they go and they have, some of them have 5 dolls, some of them have 6 dolls, and they're raising these dolls like they're real children and documenting it online. And I think there's this one woman, she has like 8 or 9 dolls in her house, and she feeds them and they have routines and she burps them.
Okay, we're gonna stop that there because there's so much to unpack. That entire video just goes on and on about how she must be a single woman who doesn't want kids. It's insane how these big platforms make up all these lies. They do absolutely no research. And that particular video also turned very political very quickly. I don't really know how you can turn the innocence of collecting dolls and enjoying dolls as a hobby and a content creator who makes content for kids into something political. But then again, I guess everything is turned political nowadays, isn't it? I think what irritates me the most is how none of these people have done any research. There are probably hundreds more stitches that I could show you all in this video where people just saw other stitches and then just took the information from there. It's really disturbing how nobody goes and does their own research on a topic, on a hobby community, on anything. They never go back to the source, they never look at it. The other funny thing is that when you are filming these roleplay videos with dolls, to make it look as realistic as Gina tries to make it look in her videos, you have to do so much work. Write an outline, write a script, do voiceovers for the voices of the dolls. It is so not like treating these dolls like they're real. The things that you have to do, how many times you have to move the camera, how many different props you have to move around, how you have to position the camera to like try to make the doll's arm move, like she has to grab the doll's arm from behind the doll and like make it move. And you guys do realize that means the more realistic the video looks, the less realistic you're actually treating your dolls. People don't have common sense at all. I think that's what irritates me the most. And like I said, somebody making children's content with the Reborn dolls is completely different from the Reborn doll community as a whole. This is exactly how so many misconceptions about this community get spread online. If you Google Reborn dolls, you may find some accurate information, but you're gonna find a lot of inaccurate information. But when you have people labeling this community as sinister, demonic, dark, insane, people who need to be in insane asylums, etc., then that could also put Reborn doll collectors in danger. There are so many people who have these dolls for so many different reasons. Most of us are not even out here creating content, and especially not the way that Gina's creating content. And yet, people can't even have the common sense to do research. It's just really disappointing. Some of these people are just so gripped by the fear of these realistic dolls that they say, I don't care why people have them, they're just so creepy and scary and nobody should have them. These people are crazy. Well, guess what? When I see your Stitch videos with your big ol' eyeballs about to pop out of your head, I think you look pretty damn crazy too. Anyway, that's it for my rant for the day. Have any of you seen the doll mom stitches online? Ridiculous. Thanks for watching, everyone.